What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Absolutely great day. Great day. Hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic day. Ryan Loede here, coming to you live from good old Cleveland, Ohio. Just got here to Cleveland tonight. Just landed, about an hour or so ago, and just got to my place here in Cleveland. And wanted to bring this message to you guys to talk about not judging an unfinished project. And the intention of this video is to share with you why you don't want to judge an unfinished project, whether it's a person, an individual you're dealing with, maybe a new hire that you're dealing with, or whether it's an activity or a project that you're actually working on in life. Maybe you're building out your organization, you're building out your agency, and you're building out the structure, and it just doesn't look too pretty right now. The last thing that you want to do is to judge an unfinished project. And the reason I was thinking about this is because this place that I moved into, this place that I have here in Cleveland, this apartment that I have, it's an unfinished project. Brand new apartment. That it was built 2022. It was built in 2022 last year. They just started opening up for lease back in May or June or July, August, whatever it was, but last year in 2022. And the whole building was just completely unfinished. Right now I'm in this game room, and the game room's not finished, but it's coming to light. And I was walking around just viewing all these different areas that were closed off because they were, building it up. And I'm just like, wow, this is awesome. It's coming to life. It's getting me exciting. Even though I don't live here, I just come here, maybe once a month, once every 2 months. And, I was just thinking about how it really relates to life. And, say you're an executive building a team, building an organization, building an agency, and you're looking for people. And some people that you see are, some potential recruits or potential hires or employees, that they're an unfinished project, right? They need some adjustments with their mindset and their viewpoint. They need some adjustments with how they operate and take action. They need some adjustments with how they think. They need some adjustments with their communication skills. They need some adjustments with their sales skills, their closing skills, their negotiating skills, right? And this unfinished project, you should never judge it. You should never judge it. What you should judge, if you are going to judge something, is whether or not there is forward progression. As long as there's forward progression, as long as things are moving forward in the right direction, 1% better every day, right? That 1% better. As long as things are moving forward in forward direction, then hey, you should not judge the unfinished project. They're committed, they're dedicated, they want to make a change. As long as you see things changing within this potential new hire, or new recruit, or new employee, don't judge the unfinished project. Don't judge them because they don't have the right mindset or the right viewpoint right now. They're not taking action at a frequency and operating on that basis that they should be. Don't judge them because they don't communicate as well as they could be, right? Just judge their actions and the way in which they're moving forward. That's the thing that you should really look at. No one is going to be perfect. No one is going to be that. You're going to find a gem, 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 10,000, 1 out of 50,000, 100,000. You're only going to find that gem, a really close to nearly finished project, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people. So all these other people that you are bringing into your organization, bringing into your agency, bringing into your team, All these other people are going to be unfinished projects. And you never want to judge the unfinished project. You never want to judge the unfinished project. Because, man, you got to have faith in these people. Like, I mean, I think about it for myself, personally for myself. 4 or 5 years ago, man, I had no communication skills. My thinking, man, I was thinking so small. Every time I put gas in my tank, it was like 20 bucks. Every time I went grocery shopping, literally it was like tallying up every little item that I bought. You know, I was literally like not spending money on going out to eat. The way in which I operated and the way in which I took action was like reasonable amounts of action and reasonable amounts of activity. And, you know, I'm just thinking about myself 4 or 5 years ago, like I was a completely unfinished project. But I continue to move forward. I continue to commit to making things better. And that's what we should really be looking at. You're building an organization, you're building a team, you're building an agency, you're building a business. Some of the people that you're gonna attract to your business and your organization, some people that show interest, some of them are gonna be unfinished projects. Not just some of them, most of them, 90+% of them. 90+% of them. If you think you're gonna find, let's just put it for perspective, you think you're gonna find a Ryan Loede like myself that you're gonna hire or bring onto your team or your business, like, it's very, very unlikely. You think you're gonna find one of you? Very, very unlikely. These people are gonna have to be smoothened out. You know, they're gonna be a little rough on the edges. You gotta smooth them out. And it's gonna take time to develop them. You just have to have faith in these individuals. You gotta have faith in the process of, like, man, like getting someone from point A to point Z. And if you don't have faith and if you don't trust that individuals are gonna move forward, then that means that you have poor leadership. That means that you can't effectively develop people and move them through steps and processes to get them from this unfinished project to a finished project. That's what it all really boils down to. When you're building an organization, you're building a team and an agency and a business, you got all these unfinished projects, all these unfinished people that need to develop into a finished project. If you don't have faith and belief and trust in it, then that stems down to you as a leader, as an executive. It stems down to you of like, hey, you don't have the processes and the systems to get them from unfinished project to finished project. So, you know, it's very, very important not to judge the unfinished project. Always, always, always put yourself in their perspective, put yourself in their shoes. You know, and think about yourself. Think about yourself like, you know, like I was saying earlier, like 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't who I was. Right when I got into insurance, right when I started my career in the insurance industry, financial services industry, 4 or 5 years ago, I had no communication skills, thinking like a freaking peasant, thinking like a little average Joe, taking action like a reasonable Mary. I was just like, just off the rocker. And you know, you're gonna find people like that can turn into gems. They can turn into pure gold. You just got to learn how to develop them. You got to have the systems in place. You got to have the processes. You got to have the correct training in place, the leadership skills. And you got to have trust. You got to have belief. You got to have faith in people. Don't ever lose your faith in people. Don't ever lose your trust in people. Because hey, people are your greatest asset. You can't ever lose trust in people or faith in people. Hey, maybe once they prove that they can't be trusted, then yeah, don't trust them. But at first, pour all into them. Go all in with them. Be 100% with them. Give them all that you got. you say you can always reload your chips of like how much you can give to an individual. But the people that are going to develop from unfinished project to a finished project are going to be the people that you pour into. They're going to be the people that you give your all to. They're going to be the people that you see them as the unfinished project, and you vision them as being a finished project. You paint the picture for them. You paint that big vision for them. So just wanted to bring this quick little message to you guys as I just got here to Cleveland, Ohio, and got here to the place that I have here in Cleveland. And I was thinking like, man, like right when I moved here, which I think I got this place in, I think it was in like December, maybe November last year, end of last year. When I got this place, like, man, this place was just like so unfinished. The lobby wasn't even finished. It was just an open area. The main walk-in area was unfinished. Everything was unfinished. They didn't have a gym. They didn't have this little game room that I'm sitting in right now. They didn't have the sauna and steam room set up. And I'm like, man, this freaking sucks. Like, I should have went down the street to the place that I lived at 4 years ago when I actually lived here in Cleveland. I should have went to this place down the street. And those were my initial thoughts. But I trusted in the process. I trusted in the people that were running this organization and running this apartment complex. And next thing I know, I'm back here in January, well, February, I think it's February today. February 1st today, there we go, it's 1 a.m. It's February today, and I'm walking around and like things are coming together. It's got some life to the place now. I see the sauna, I see the steam room. I didn't even know they were gonna have a steam room. I knew they were gonna have a sauna. But man, a steam room just popped out of nowhere. This game room is almost close to finish. They have like little co-working, offices in another room over there. Those are getting close to finish. And I'm like, man, this place is awesome now. I love it. And that's how it's gonna be sometimes with people. Most of the time with people, they're gonna be an unfinished project, and you gotta turn them into a finished project. It might take a year, it might take 2 years. You just gotta keep pouring into them, keep giving and giving and giving, keep providing your leadership and your guidance and your direction, and keep developing them. Because next thing you know, you think they're gonna be this when they are a finished project, but they're actually gonna be like this. They're gonna be like massive instead of this little. You think this is what they're gonna be when they're a finished project, but when they really develop into that finished project, they're gonna be like it's just gonna be massive. And it's gonna be so proportional that you're like, wow, I'm so glad I poured into this individual. I'm so glad I gave it my all to this individual. And for you guys that are building a business and growing a team, an agency, an organization, you gotta trust in the people. You gotta have faith in the people. You got to understand that people are your greatest asset. And you don't ever want to judge people for how they are, how they act. I mean, shoot, look at the world we're living in. Come on, look at the world we're living in. Average society, slave mentality, victim mentality being taught in schools, in the marketplace, on TV, the news, everywhere you go. Slave mentality, victim mindset, average tendencies. Like, what do you expect? Like, some people are like, they grow up in this little trap, in this little bubble. And this is why I'm so passionate about LC Financial Group, Life-Changing Financial Group. That's what LC stands for, Life-Changing Financial Group. Because I want to change people's lives. A lot of people, they have massive barriers and restrictions in their life because of the way that they were brought up. If you're like me, like, shoot. And growing up, I was, 5 years ago, like I'm saying throughout this message, 5 years ago, I was such a little peasant. And now I'm a big peasant now. I'm a big peasant. I'm a pretty solid sized peasant now. And I'm still growing, I'm still developing. That's how it's gonna be with people, folks. So don't judge an unfinished project, don't judge an unfinished person. Probably what I should have called this, probably what I should have named this. Don't judge an unfinished person. Always have faith, always have trust in them. And always continue to give. Invest in people, give your all to people. Things are gonna turn out right. The more that you keep investing in the people, the more that things are gonna go the right way. So you guys have a great day. Look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Let's go. Got some RL gear on. Rocking the RL, let me know.